Good morning again. It is Christmas morning, and there is just something eating at me, and I'm going to bounce it off y'all, okay? As everybody knows, I'm one of the million people trying to find Seneca Todd, the little girl that's missing from Skiatook, Oklahoma. Now, here's what's sticking in my craw. We have a little girl, cutest little girl ever, little blonde girl, cute as she can be, missing. Her family, nowhere to be found. Not a zip. We cannot find out anything about her family. Somebody reported her missing. They're anonymous. Things aren't adding up. We know she exists. We know she's real. Her family is gone. Implies they might know something. You would think. So, one of my favorite cohorts in this world is Mary Jo Ross. Now, Mary Jo is in Oklahoma. Now, I was born and raised in Kansas, so we're talking Midwest values here. And for people that don't understand that, we are very meat and potatoes kind of people, very down to earth. God is the foundation of every family. In times of crisis, we come together. You know, we have a lot of bad storms, a lot of tornadoes. Somebody loses a house, loses a farm, loses a barn. Everybody, you don't even think about it. You just come together. What can I do? How can I help? Come stay at my house. You know, do you need food? Do you need my car? Whatever. You just come together as a community. That's just the Midwest. And I love that. And I still carry those values with me, obviously. So we have a little girl missing in the Midwest, in the community, Skiatook, Oklahoma, tiny little town, are turning a blind eye. Now, Mary Jo is in Oklahoma. So the other day, God bless her, she drove from, I think she's in Oswalla, to Skiatook. And she spent the day there. She spent the day talking to the police, everybody she could talk to. She was treated with apathy. They were rude to her. They were just plain damn nasty to her. They don't want to talk about it. Nobody has a thing to say. That's not normal in the Midwest. In the Midwest, we come together. Let's come together, find this girl. There should have been search parties. People out on horseback with dogs trying to find this little girl. Nope. Nothing. The police aren't talking. Of course, children's services really can't say a lot. But nobody cares about a little girl. It's Christmas time. Everybody should come together, especially over the holidays. Come on. You know, what are you guys, a Grinch? We have a little girl missing at Christmas. The weather in the Midwest right now, I mean, I'm in Arizona, so it's in the 60s. In the mornings, it's in the 40s. Well, in the Midwest, it's a lot colder than that, especially at night. And we have a little girl missing. We don't know if she has a coat, if she has shoes, socks, jeans, what she's wearing, if she's wearing anything, if she's hurt, if she was raped, if she was murdered, is she dead? We know nothing. And we're not getting any answers. This little girl, if she's alive, she deserves medical care. She deserves a warm bed and a blanket and people that love her and care about her. Her family may have abandoned her, but I damn well promise you, her extended family, we've got that girl's back. Absolutely, positively. And if this child is dead, let's give her proper burial. We all deserve that. Now, come on. It doesn't matter what color your skin is, who you pray to or how you pray, who you vote for, who you don't vote for. It doesn't matter. We're talking about a little girl. Think of your kids, your grandkids, your nieces, your nephews, the kids in Sunday school that you know. We're talking about a child, a little girl. Did she see something she wasn't supposed to see, hear something she wasn't supposed to hear? Was somebody messing with her and she fought back and they accidentally killed her? They choked her? They suffocated her? They broke her neck? And everybody's keeping quiet because they're afraid they're going to be next if they speak up. We don't know. That's one of my worst thoughts, is that a pedophile got hold of her and bad things happened. One of my other fears, because Mary Jo and I deal with a lot of human trafficking, child trafficking, is that she was sold. Because in human trafficking, that's what people do. They will go online and find people, kids, young people, tell them everything that they think they want to hear. And we all know how impressionable kids are. Tell them whatever this kid wants to hear. Yeah, meet me at Circle K, meet me at Quick Trip, 7-Eleven, Pizza Hut, whatever. I'll meet you after school. The child is thinking that they're talking to somebody their age. They're talking to a grown-up. And then they realize this person that meets them isn't who they said they were. Oh, but this is the person that's going to drive them to this person. Well, by then it's too late. They may drug the child, give them a soda with something in it. The child may just believe them and go with them. They may strong-arm them and just shove them in a car. Hard to say. But from that point on, we've got a problem. From that point on, that child may be gang raped repeatedly, beaten, drugged. Because once they get them hooked on drugs, they have control over them. And then they put them in prostitution and pornography, child prostitution. That child is no longer a child. Once they are in the control of the groomer and the trafficker, that child becomes a commodity. They're not a person anymore. They're a commodity. And it's just dollar signs. That's all they see is dollar signs. So they sell the child. If they sell the child and the child is literally shipped out of the country, the child may go to Mexico. The child may go to anywhere. The UAE, United Arab Emirates, India, China, Taiwan, Philippines, who knows? The child will be sold to the highest bidder. And often, and this is very twisted, they only want the child's organs. Organ trafficking is a thing. You have somebody in power in the UAE, in the Philippines, wherever, and they have a child that's dying, that needs lungs, that needs a heart, that needs a liver. They're not smart enough to know you need type and cross match, you need blood work, you need to know that this child, that they're going to be a donor match. No, they don't think of it like that. They just kill the kid, ship the organs, we're good. The kid's body's dumped. Seriously. It's sick, but it's happening every day. You can go online and check this out. I guarantee you it is happening every day. And that is a worry. That is a big worry. There are parents that are in the throes of addiction that will sell their child for drugs. They will sell their child to pay the rent. I have seen that happen. I have had cases where that happened. I'm not even going to try and figure out the parent, My concern is the child. Let's get this little girl home. If her family has abandoned her, she has extended family. We will find a family that will welcome her with open arms, that will love her and cherish her, give her the education, the respect, and help her heal. Because this child has a lot of healing ahead of her. The community has a lot of healing to do. I just cannot imagine that community keeping their mouths shut. I do know there's a lot of churches down there. And in the Midwest, every small town has 2 or 3 churches. And it's my understanding that that community has a lot of Pentecostal churches. And, I'm not Pentecostal, but I do know that they are very strong in their faith. And I cannot believe they don't give a damn. Anybody that has ever lived in a small town or has ever been affiliated with a small town knows. You want to find out something, you ask the church ladies. Church ladies know everything. What the church ladies don't know, or how they find out what they find out, is at the beauty shop. Oh yeah, the beauty shop, the barber shop, the nail salon, and you want the good scoop, the lunchroom ladies at the school. Seriously, that's where you get the info. They're not talking. No one is talking about this little angel. It's Christmas. She didn't have a present to open. She didn't have anything. She may not have food. She may not have clothes. She may be stashed in a hunting cabin in the middle of nowhere in a trailer. No food, no water, nothing. Scared to death. I'm asking you to please help me get the word out. Share this video. I don't care if you share it with newspapers, with the media. Do something. We need to bring this child home. And what is really sad, now it's bad enough that she's missing, but what's really sad is no one in this community cares. Not one person gives a damn about this little girl. Her family left. I'm sorry, I'm a grandma. That ain't gonna happen to my baby. And when Mary Jo and I found out about this, we put our heads together, as we often do. We know some folks. We have some very dear friends that are, I don't know, they're kind of like our work besties. Mary Jo is one of my work besties. I mean, not my day job work, but my after hours work bestie. And we called in. I don't hesitate picking up the phone and calling Kevin Metcalf, who's with the Oklahoma Attorney General's office. Kevin cringes when he sees my name come up on his cell phone because he knows what it's about. I said, Mary Jo, we got to call in Zach Neef with Homeland Security. We did. I called in Jim Cole. I have called in Nate Bolter. I have called in Taylor Stute. I sent an email to Heidi Chance. Now, Heidi's in Arizona, but when it comes to this, Heidi's great. Just to give them a heads up, just so they can get the word out in their network. So right now, today, we have brought in Homeland Security. We have brought in the FBI. We have brought in the Attorney General's office. We've already brought in God. I put a call in to the Easter Bunny and the Tooth Fairy. I don't give a damn who we have to call to get this child home. Let's make it happen. I need your help. I need your cooperation. And the bad thing is, the worst thing about all of this, we bring her home, we solve this one. There's going to be 10 more cases. We need to get this situation under control. Here in Arizona, we have a new law going into effect. Felony pedophilia, felony trafficking, life sentence. Here, I may not agree with everything in Arizona. I agree with that. We got to get this under control. We have to get it under control now, today. But it takes all of us. We are stronger as a community, as a society. Please help us find Seneca Todd.